Hey, it's me, Deadpool. I thought Toys R Us was the only place a kid could be a kid. Is that too soon? Comics, video games, movies, cosplayers. My head's getting big. And I'm touching myself tonight. Roll the tape.
Yoga fire!
Fire, fire, and more fire.
Right, what's going on, if I'm being honest, family? It is me, of course, McKinley, and I am here at Comic-Con in Las Vegas, of all places, because this is where I'm at all the time in Las Vegas. But this is special. I'm standing here with a couple of people who I have personally read this rendition of a comic they've done called Embrace, which they are starting a Kickstarter with. So we're going to definitely get into talk a little bit about that. But I also have the creative minds behind this great book. So first, we're going to go ahead and introduce our writer.
Hi, I'm Joe Bradford. I wrote Embrace.
All right, and of course, our artist.
I'm Shauna Basil. I drew it all.
She drew it all, she drew it all, she did it all. So they did Embrace. Now, the first big thing is that now, are you both from Vegas, or are you both based in Vegas right now?
I was born and raised here.
Born and raised.
I grew up in Oregon, but now I'm here.
Now you're here, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of our stories the same way. So
Yeah.
born and raised in Vegas, now you're here. First off, let's talk about the writing behind this story, right? So this particular story, Embrace, starts off with two teenagers who wake up on this Las Vegas Strip, of all places, and they have no knowledge of what happened to them. That actually sounds like a regular Vegas movie for a lot of people. But there is something different that happens here, which they find out eventually. So what prompted, or what was the idea behind these two teenage girls waking up with possible weird situation going on with them? What's behind
I think that Shauna and I started working on the story together. We wanted to make a story about two women, and we also wanted it to be set here in Vegas. So like that kind of got us brainstorming, and we're like, what's the typical story is waking up in Vegas, and not knowing what's going on, and how do you take that up to 11?
Okay, so as far as being in Vegas, is being in Vegas for women, is that something that was important to you to this story? Is it concrete, like does it tie into that somehow, as far as like the importance of it?
As for them being women, I think we definitely had a point to prove on that.
Okay.
I feel like there's a lot of lead male roles in comics.
Okay.
And I don't feel like Vegas has gotten any true representation in comics either. So we kind of wanted to put them both together.
Okay.
Represent our city as well as show people that not all women have giant boobs and nice asses in comics.
And as you allude to that, there is a scene, no spoilers, where they're actually you show the women, and they do look like they don't look like Marvel superheroes. They just look like regular people. Maybe go to the gym a little bit, maybe not. In between, who knows?
Maybe eat 4 tacos.
Maybe eat 4 tacos, maybe. But it's there, and it's almost shocking in a way of like, it's the opposite of what you normally see, and it makes you kind of sit there a little bit like, okay, like wow, like wasn't expecting that, and it's different. So when people was drawing that panel, those panels, like what was the mindset just behind that? When you're putting these images of these women out there for everybody to see.
I wanted to touch base with a lot of the teenagers and younger women out there who are getting into comic books, and men as well, and just to show them that it's okay to have any body type you have.
Right.
It's okay to be normal looking and yourself. You don't have to live up to any expectations.
Okay.
I
like it.
I want people to relate to them.
Relate, yes. They're definitely relatable, and I love tacos, especially if you're out here in Vegas. Hopefully they went to Taco El Gordo, because I love Taco El Gordo. But as far as the story, right, these women develop some sort of ability. It doesn't go super deep into what it actually is, it kind of lives off on a cliffhanger to kind of going into what is that. So when you were writing, it was definitely vague, right?
Yeah.
So what was behind the vagueness of the writing, right?
Well, I always found that you got to leave people wanting more. You can't give them the full story and all the info right at the top. So we wanted to do a story because we're launching as a Kickstarter that leaves people wanting more. I want them to want to read more.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. It definitely did, because it's like, okay, there's pieces, and it's also like you're following the characters, right? It seems like you're getting the information as they're getting the information, pieces of things, right? So with that being said, also pieces there. This is a part of the Kickstarter. So I just want you guys to talk a little bit about the Kickstarter, what you hope to accomplish with having the Kickstarter for Embrace.
I'll leave that up to Joe.
Leave it up to Joe. Joe, it's up to you, buddy. Save us.
The Kickstarter is basically for printing costs and getting the book out there and getting it to as many people as possible. We have a bunch of great prizes. Shauna's doing some sketches. We've got stickers. We've got posters. We've got bookmarks.
We got a zine some background artwork behind it all. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just essentially to get it out there and let as many people know as possible about the Kickstarter.
Is it up and running now?
It is up and running now.
Okay. Kickstarter is available now. I definitely recommend this book. You know how we do on the show? Flames. We're giving it flames right now. So go and help support definitely their Vegas locals. We definitely got to support our locals here and around the world, because we know we got other people who are watching other places. So go to the Kickstarter. What's the Kickstarter?
If you go to www.tikigodcomics.com, it'll take you right to the Kickstarter.
Tiki God. That is not hard to forget. You will not forget that. So we're definitely going to support. Are there any other projects that you have coming up that we should know about? Or
no, this is our main focus.
Main focus.
For the next year.
For the next year.
We're hoping to get the actual graphic novel out by next February. So it's kind of like battening down the hatches, focusing on this.
Battening down the hatches. I like it. Old school terminology, but it still means the same thing, all right? But I was definitely grateful for you letting us, if I'm being honest, interview you guys. And I am super proud to say that this is something that is coming from our Vegas community. I'm loving that. So we will definitely be keeping an eye out on you guys, ladies, gentlemen.
We'll be here. We'll be looking.
Right? And we can't wait to see the graphic novel, because I believe it's going to happen. We're definitely going to help be a part of that. So if I'm being honest, cool, go out there, support. Make sure you join the Kickstarter, Tiki God. Take a look at the first, I believe it's, what would you say, prequel, Embrace, and that is out. And they can get that. Can they get that?
They can, if they go to the Tumblr site. If you go to tikigodcomics.com, it'll lead you to a Tumblr, which will show you a small preview, as well as the Kickstarter.
Yes, all that information. Play that back if you didn't get it the first time, so you can get it. All right. But that's if I'm being honest. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here, and you know how we do. We usually roll the tape. We're out.
Alright, if I'm being honest, fans, you know it's your boy Chris. I'm standing here with the Jason David Frank. You might know him as Tommy Oliver from every season of Power Rangers ever.
Jason, it's an honor to meet you, man. Thank you, man. I'm a fan for a long, long time. Quick questions. So what got you into acting?
Man, I don't know. I just always wanted to be an actor, you know, and just to express myself. My mom used to think I was full of drama. I probably was. And she said, you're acting up all the time, so I figured I'll just be an actor. I'm getting blamed for acting up. Might as well act up on a TV show. So, no, but it's just something that drew me to do what I want to do.
Awesome. 20 plus years, man. You're one of the most iconic Power Ranger out. What keeps you going this long?
The fans, man. The fans and people like you guys. I mean, even after a long day, man, you got to take time to sit there and reach other fans through social media platforms. Really, it's the fans. I mean, when I'm here doing Q&As, there's plenty of people in line that not just say hi, they probably leave more things than anything. Sign it, taking pictures. I'm just here for the fans. It really motivates me to hear people like you were talking about. I got a question about the key eyes and about the kicks, because you guys remember things as a kid. So it makes me happy to know that 25 years later, it's even, for me in my life, it's even bigger than it was now. Because all the kids growing up now,
GDF, oh.
You know, so it's a big thing now. It just keeps me going.
Yeah.
I just like it, man. I could have been like every other actor. Took breaks, disappeared, sat behind here, told you guys I'm done with the show. I don't need to do an interview. Made up an excuse. I'm busy. I am busy. I got photo ops to do, but I just try to work as hard as I can, man, and give it all. If I don't give it all in this day, then I'm not gonna have a good tomorrow.
Exactly. So, other than Power Rangers, anything else that you're working on right now?
Well, you guys know I did Bloodshot and Jack vs. the Valiant Universe. It's on comicbook.com. I have 2 cartoons that are coming out, still on a non-disclosure agreement. Some people have not seen Transformers Titan Returns. I play Emissary on that, the voice of Emissary. Doing a video game that's just been released into my vision. Now I'll be releasing soon, but it was just released to me. The whole full video game's awesome. Did a movie called Omniboat, Robert Redford, Rick Ross, Adam Devine, Uncle Luke, just a lot of good talented people. Did that with the Mezza Brothers that's coming out next year, and a lot of other projects. And I don't like to be the guy to say I have big things coming, but everything I have coming is going to be completed. That's the way I like to do something. It's done, it's completed. And these projects I'm talking about are completed. You will see them released this year. And then in December, Shattered Grid, I did Shattered Grid. December, the Soul of the Dragon Green Ranger solo book is coming out. Hitting stores as a graphic novel. First graphic novel in Power Ranger history is coming out to pretty much stores everywhere. And then next year would be a big year for everybody.
Awesome.
Get your kind of reward. Maybe become more Dracula. I like it because it's not Tommy. I've been Tommy my whole life. It's like, Dracula. Couldn't even pronounce it. It was Draken, Draken. It's confusing. Potato, whatever. But it's Draken. That's how you pronounce it. So it was actually good to play that role and do it the way I thought Draken would play it. Not like under a spell, but he's just so like he just owns this dimension. He's going after every other ranger. So it's fun meeting him.
I have to ask this because I don't mind answering what ours are. But what was your favorite scene?
White Ranger and the Red Zeo Ranger.
That fighting spirit one.
Yeah. How was that? Did you have a lot of fun doing that, fighting with the Rangers in the different like areas, like in the desert and stuff? Like how was that? Like,
it was good. We filmed in New Zealand. It's just all the stunt guys were different sizes. You know, I noticed that. It's supposed to be me. You got one guy over here. Other guys like, can we just get a guy that just looks like me straight across so we don't have to go Zeo, Turbo, this, that, Japanese stunt guys. But it was fun. I was in New Zealand for a long time, and that's when Tony was running my school. I was so stressed out about the school, I had to come back to the school, so I became invisible on Dino Thunder just to go back to licensing. And then we had a big fire, and then I made them stay open, and ashes were coming. He's like, sir, ashes are coming in the door. I was like, it doesn't matter, dude. Is Chuck E. Cheese open? Yep. Then you all stay open. It was so bad. It was so bad. Anyway, thank you.
So I just want to say, back in the 90s, I grew up watching you, and I still remember when you first appeared as the Green Ranger, and it was just amazing back in the day. Did you expect Transformers, or not Transformers, wrong show, Power Rangers to get to what it was today?
You know, for me, it was just one of those things where I wanted to do the work. It's funny because I do the work at the Comic-Cons, right? And some people don't want to do the work. What is the work? This is the work that you need to do. This is the love you need to have to the fans. Everyone else is getting a 5-minute call, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I want to try to put a little work if we have the stage, but put in the work to bring the fans and appreciate the fans. You know what I mean? What's your question again?
Back in the 90s, did you expect it to get...
Oh, okay, yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
So you just got to live in what you do today to make it better tomorrow. See, I don't worry about the next con, or I don't worry about tomorrow. I didn't worry about the Q&A today. I did the work Wednesday, Thursday, I came out here Friday, and so I can't even think what's after this. But if you put your work and your full energy into each hour, you'll have a better hour and you'll have a better tomorrow. Some people go and they think, oh, I'm gonna, 20 years from now, I didn't want to be old, man. 20 years, who wants to? I don't even want to think 20 years from now. You guys are gonna be real old, and I'm just getting younger, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. Anyway.
Thank you.
Alright, if I'm being honest, fans, I'm here with Joe Lujan, the writer, director, you star in the movie as well?
In the sequel, I do have one of the lead characters, yeah.
Okay. And it's Immortal Wars. Comes out this Tuesday. Which would be Third.
Yeah, July 3rd.
July 3rd. So tell us a little bit about the movie.
Okay, so the movie is set in the future. Okay. The world's been split up in sectors. The U.S. sector is the most powerful sector, and it's run by Dominic Harvey, played by Eric Roberts. Basically, what they've done is humans have captured deviants. Those are people with special abilities, and they make them fight to the death on national TV. Yeah, it's somewhat like Super Bowl. So humans are throwing parties. They're placing bets just to see who's going to make it to the end.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then the lead character, Triclips, she obviously doesn't want to fight, but she's being forced to fight to defend herself.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the premise of part one. Yeah.
So how did you come up with this idea? You said it's based off the comic, right?
Yeah. So when I was in college, I was going to film school. I was focusing on that, but then as my hobby, I was doing sketches, and I was doing this online thing where I would just sketch something, I'd write a story, and I would just throw it online. Yeah. That's where the whole character came to life. Triclips was the main focus. Each of the characters in my universe reflects someone from my past, or someone who's close to me. So basically, I came up with that concept, and that was thrown in the back burner. I worked on my horror films, Rust and Telephobia, but then I was approached by my investors and my producers and asked to have something more family-friendly for a more broad audience. And then I jumped back into my past, and I brought to life, which was The Vanquishers, which is Triclips.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see the movie Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then the sequel's coming out.
Yeah. The sequel. So the sequel picks up exactly where the first one left off. Okay. So when you do see the film, you're going to see that the film's going to have this unique ending.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The sequel picks up right after. The first one, I like to say, is very Mortal Kombat meets Hunger Games. Okay. But the sequel is very Mad Max Resident Evil. Gotcha. So the tones have shifted on the sequel. We're aiming for a September screening in Las Vegas. Then after that, we'll go everywhere else, Los Angeles, Texas, and then we start shooting the next installment early 2019.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any other projects you have coming up other than those?
Other than that, I mean, we're getting ready to release in the fall. My horror films, Telephobia and Rust, are getting to release, and I'm starting pre-production on my film My Little Nightmare. So I'm jumping back into the horror genre for the next project, but other than that, we have that, and then The Dawning is a spin-off miniseries. Okay. Also, same universe. Everything's in the same universe in all my films. They all cross paths at one point or another. But as far as other projects, The Dawning is probably just the miniseries we're working on right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You do have your miniseries.
Yeah, we do have those on sale. Only at events like Comic-Con, book signings that I have those exclusively just for those events. Okay. But online, you can stream each episode online for free.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then tell our fans where can they see you? Where can they get in contact?
Yeah. So basically, if you search Joe Lujan or Carcass Studios on any social media platform, I'm on there. If you visit our website, carcass-studios.com, you'll find everything we have.
Nice. Well, it's very great talking to you, Joe. We look forward to working with you guys in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
With what we do is, if I'm being honest, the same thing we do off camera. We like to interact with the people. We're all here to grow and grow together.
It's a community effort, is what it is. Exactly. Definitely.
There's a lot of great creative minds out there. To be able to have this platform to get things out, I'm really impressed with everything we've been accomplished so far.
Thank you so much.
I look forward to being able to see what that guy in the future.
Thank you, definitely. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Spelling.
Right there, guys. Awesome.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Well, we're waiting.
Are you ready, Jefferson?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Here it is. Show me the money.
And here we go.
I'm pretty tired.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Think I'll go home now.